Like, how did you come into it? How did you get into dancing? How were you able to pursue it for such a long time?
Okay. You know what? Can I just say before we continue? You have a lovely set.
Oh,
This
thank
is
you.
like, I don't know. This is like, not that I've been to Hollywood, but I feel like I've been there now. Yeah. So yeah, very very
I'm
good stuff. You know.
complimented. Thank you very much.
Good. Thanks for the tea, by the way. You have great stuff. It's compliments. Thank you. So how did I start? I never actually did dance classes or lessons when I was a kid, and the very first dance class I went to was when I was in college. A friend of mine, he said, "Come to do street dance. It's really cool." I'd never done dance classes before. He said it's really fun, but he said there's also lots of girls, and I was like, okay, I'll try it. Yeah, I went down, did one class of street dance, and you know, we learned lots of choreography, really challenging, but it was really fun. So that's how I got into dancing. I did street dance for about 2 years.
Okay.
Got really into it. I was going to about 3 classes a week. I would travel from South London to East London to Ilford to Kingston. Just really enjoying it. And I joined some dance. I joined a dance group. We rehearsed 3 times a week. They were based in East London. They were called Chronic, Boy Blue. Yeah, really good people. Just a good vibe. And so yeah, after about 2 years of doing hip hop, street dance, I just something told me that I don't know. I got the urge to teach. I kind of felt like I felt like the things they're teaching. I was like, man, you know, I think I could also do this. I could share with people. So I just made up a CV. I just wrote, I've been teaching hip hop for 8 years and this and that. Just made up stuff, and I posted them out to schools, to gyms, just getting their addresses off the internet. Posted them out, and then I got my first class in Kingston Uni.
Oh, wow.
While I was at the uni. They gave me an audition to teach hip hop.
That's quite cool.
It went well, and then bam. So that was my first ever class. And soon after that, I was teaching in West London, in East London, North London, just traveling around, and only teaching hip hop. So after about 5-6 years of doing that, I was working with kids in primary schools, secondary schools, theatre companies, in gyms. So yeah, I used to teach. I used to do lots of classes a week. But yeah, soon after, a gym manager said to me, "Stephen, there's this new class called Zumba. I want you to teach it. We're gonna send you on a training session."
Wow.
And I was like, "What's that? What's Zumba?"
Yeah.
But they said they were paying for it, so I was like, "Okay, you're gonna pay for me. I don't mind." So yeah, went to do this Zumba training for one day, and now basically with Zumba. This is why Zumba is so. It's one of, no, I think it's the most popular class out there. Actually, I think it's the biggest fitness class. It's literally the reason I think it's taken over because it's accessible for everybody. Young people, older people, big people, small people, fit people, non-fit people. Like there's no criteria to do Zumba, and the same is also for instructors. The training we did on that day. They literally, it's about 5 hours. They're teaching you routines. They give you some basics on, you know, if you want people to follow you, to go left. Before you go left, first cue them. Like you stop, you point, and you say, "We're going that way," but without saying it. So they teach you these cues and, you know, changing direction. But the essence of it was like, just teach people, just do the moves, they follow you. So what I'm saying is like, it's not hard, Zumba. They don't really, it's not so technical, and everybody passes becoming an instructor. There's no barrier to becoming a Zumba instructor. So yeah, it's pretty simple. It's more, Zumba I think is more about the person, the instructor, them wanting to share lots of energy and, you know, what you want to bring to the table. So it's really flexible as well. But yeah, that was in 2011. Did the 1-day course. Started teaching in a couple of gyms, and then another gym. And suddenly, it's a lot of the gyms I was teaching in. They're like, "Stephen, we want you to do Zumba. so I slowly began to see that it was
Yeah.
getting really popular, and the Zumba classes would be packed, because when I would be teaching hip hop, often you're teaching choreography, 5, 6, 7, 8. You try to remember steps, and some people, they get really frustrated when they've not got something or they can't remember it, and it happened a lot of the times, sometimes in hip hop, that people would walk out after 10 minutes, like, you know, I'm not getting it, just walk out, so I saw that a lot. But with Zumba, there's nothing to remember. You just literally follow me. Just follow me, keep following me. You don't have to store anything in your memory, but with hip hop, you learn the choreography, and you know, you forget, and you're like, I can't remember. So yeah, Zumba became really popular. I was teaching in quite a few places. Now it's hip hop and Zumba. Then I just thought to myself, wow, Zumba's packed. I should set up my own classes. So
Okay.
pretty much, I hired a hall, made flyers, and this was in Brixton. I was teaching in a gym in Brixton. So I just found a hall, made some flyers, and started one class. The first night, I had no people, no one showed up. And so the second time, I think there were about 3 of them. So it started to pick up. But from one class, hired another hall. So I had about 3 classes, and then I actually stopped most of the classes I was doing, just to set up my own classes in Brixton.
Yeah.
Got fed up of traveling all the time. I used to spend a lot of time on the road, on the tube, on the train, going from here, going from there. And then I figured, what if I just teach in one area, and where I don't have to waste time traveling, and I could actually be more productive in a day. So, so yeah, since then, now I'm teaching. There was a point where I was teaching about 20 classes a week.
Wow.
And that was, it's quite a lot.
Crazy.
And, but I'm trying to be smart. You know, they always say, don't work, the richest or most abundant people, they don't work too hard, they work smart.
Yeah.
So
that's a good
I
thing.
figured, you know, like, work smart. Instead of doing so many classes, just focus on a few and make them really popular, get people in, and then I don't have to, instead of teaching 4 times in a day, why don't I do one with like lots of people? And so yeah, I've scaled down a bit now, and teach about 10 classes a week, or maybe 11. And yeah, so I'm based in Brixton, Stockwell. Brixton's got it's got a young demographic of working 20, 30s, mainly. I think the most you get women, and dance classes are predominantly women, especially Zumba. So I figure I'm just gonna stick in that area, and so I've come out to Woolwich. I don't get out of Brixton, so you know, today I got to come out.